Welcome to Campaigns of the Plains. We are back playing Monster of the Week, Season 2. I am your keeper, Travis, and we are diving back in to see what happens to our group of heroes as they traverse the world of Supernatural. Before we dive in, make sure to follow us on all of the social media platforms, even that one that changed from a bird to like a letter, and it's really
still
weird.
a bird down there, don't
Yeah, whatever. It might have changed back by now. Anyway.
all of this will have released after the bird is dead.
Honestly, it's probably just non-existent at this point.
Anyway.
Check us out on Blue Sky.
Somebody invite us to Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Check us out on the P-Hub.
No, you didn't?
Anyway, make sure that you like and subscribe on YouTube or on our multiple podcast platforms, whatever you prefer. And without further ado, let's dive back in. Then we go back in time. We see a young man with dark curly hair standing in an ornate study that belongs to his father. The walls are lined with shelves full of ancient tomes and artifacts from around the world. A burgundy and gold wallpaper shows through in the few places that aren't covered by this treasure trove of history. And standing in front of a crackling hearth, a tall man stands there, Hugh Wessington. He is staring at the mantelpiece where sits a stand that holds two ornate swords. And admiring it for a second more, he reaches up and lifts the top sword off, leaving its twin behind, and turns to his son. And he says, "Marcus, it is time you accepted your place in the family. You have come so far in your training. I'm so very..." And at that moment, a young girl who had been peeking through the crack in the door bursts it open and, running through, yells, "Hey, I want a sword too!" And her large permed hair and Runaways t-shirt contrast sharply against the regal decor of this room. She just sticks out like a sore thumb, and Hugh's steady tone cracks for a moment, back into a slight German accent, and he says, "Impudent girl, you will receive a sword when you have earned it. Sit down and be quiet. You would be wise to learn from your brother." And he turns back to Marcus and says, "Kneel." And as Marcus genuflects, Hugh anoints each of his shoulders with the tip of the sword and says, "I welcome you with open arms to the Rosenschatten organization. Rise, my knight and heir." And Marcus rises and accepts the sword in his hand. And Hugh says, "Now leave us. I need to have a word with your sister concerning private conversations." Marcus turns to leave, and with a smirk he turns to Danica and whispers, "Tough luck, short stacks." And he leaves, closing the door behind him. And now we're in the present.
What's up now, bitch?
The engines of your van are revving ever faster. The black sedans that have surrounded your vehicle tighten in. The gunshots ring off of the body of your vehicle. And you are trying to maintain control of the vehicle, Olivia, as these people trying to run you off the road. But the worst distraction of all, of course, is that Henrietta Kills 100 is holding the gun that's firing at you. What are you all doing?
Is there a rocket launcher in here?
You just started digging around for a rocket launcher?
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving. I don't fucking know.
It's worked before.
It worked really well.
It worked really well. I'm going to start digging around in this van for a rocket launcher.
Okay, you're digging around in the rocket for a rocket launcher. And it's at that time that the man, there's two men you see in the vehicle beside you that is preventing you from swerving to the left. And one man rolls down the window and points a gun at your vehicle. And Gray, you lean over and see, oh, you know this guy. This is
that's Greg.
this is the man known as Foxglove from the organization. The man who handed you a dagger to kill the rest of your companions. And he looks at you, grins an evil smile, and begins to open fire on the van. Are any of you trying to fight back, or what are you
I'm looking
doing?
for rocket launcher. I'll fight
Okay.
back. I mean, okay, so it's either rocket launcher or we do what Jason wouldn't let me do before, and we do Carman. We are all in it. Oh my God. So,
we got like Power Rangers like pieces together.
so I don't know how well Carman will work.
It's more like what was the other one before that?
Not Tire Man?
The lions.
Oh, at the zoo?
No. There was
talking about
I can't.
They were stuffed wolves.
Voltron.
Oh,
Voltron. That's
Voltron.
the original.
Yeah. So,
What are we in the countryside? Like
Yeah.
or we could try flying car again. That worked when we were in California.
Fields are flying by. You're on a random back road in the middle of Minnesota. You've just left the Twin Cities. And
Are we on 169 going southwest?
sure.
That's
If
the
that
actual.
exists, I don't know.
That's the actual road.
I just like
It was a 2-lane then.
Sure.
I look at the other people here and I'm like, didn't this thing have like a minigun?
Yeah, on the side, not behind us.
You do know how to aim, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm looking for a rocket launcher. You do it.
Because the guy that's pointing a gun at our car, he's on the side.
You can shoot him.
I pull up the.
Okay, you open the door and you're aiming the minigun.
Yeah.
Okay, kick some ass.
While I'm tossing things around.
It's at this time you hear as a helicopter starts approaching.
Now's not the time, guys.
Okay, so a flying car is probably not going to work. I don't think we can outrun a helicopter.
Yeah, and you see there are.
Carman?
Yeah, what are you doing? So you're looking for a rocket launcher. Why don't you act in the prep?
Okay.
I'm great for that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do it.
yeah,
Do
I
it.
will
Yeah.
look into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I attempt to. I will
Yeah.
attempt to.
Yeah.
Like here.
Thanks.
So it's for handles?
Nope. Nope. It's a 5. So nothing happens.
Okay.
There's not a negative to that effect.
You find Joe Bazooka bubblegum.
So
It's hard.
here's what I'm going to say happens.
Oh, I get an experience.
You get an experience.
Sweet.
So as you're digging around in the back, you do find a crate full of grenades, and you're about to like grab one to chuck at another vehicle, but as you do, a stray bullet comes whizzing past your head, shattering the window in front of you, and you pull the pin out on accident, and you are now holding a live grenade.
Don't let go of the spoon.
What if I just...
Just throw it.
Okay. This is probably a good time to say that I don't have very good aim.
Just
Throw it already.
we're going like
Yeah.
And then chuck it out the window. Just like...
Roll, kick some ass.
Oh God. Okay, I'm good. I think so.
Okay, yes. We will resolve.
I'll wait.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna pull the gun out and slide the door open. So
Tough. Okay, what's my tough? Okay. Oh, thank God. That's an 11.
Okay. You chuck the grenade out. And that means you choose an extra effect. What is your extra effect?
I'm gonna give +1/4 to Jason.
Okay. So you chuck the grenade out the window and it lands underneath the tire of the sedan behind you holding Henrietta, and it just goes poof, and like the car flips end over end, and Henrietta goes flinging off into a ditch.
Was that Henry?
You know these assholes?
Well, that one's supposed to be dead. I hand you a grenade. Yeah.
Oh God, what do I do with this?
You pull the pin and you throw it.
Oh God, he's probably like ducked down like on the floor.
But away. You throw it away. Like real good throw. Are you, how was you're gonna, did you play baseball?
Yeah, I'm sure the
No.
computer nerd's real athletic.
Right.
Maybe just like, when Jason opens that door, just like roll.
You gave me a +1, right?
Yeah.
That's good, because I had a 9, so it's a 10.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. So, what are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at this guy with his hand up the, like, on our side, like, pointing to where I'm imagining Gray's sitting.
Okay, well, you get an extra effect. What is your extra effect?
I'm going to force them where I want them, which is behind the car. So,
Okay.
kind of maybe pop some tires as part of it to force them behind us.
Okay. You start unloading this gun into their vehicle, and you see as you wing this man who is hanging out the window, and he kind of scowls at you as his eyes black over, and the car does kind of swerve a bit and fall behind, I'm going to say that in retaliation, he begins directing his fire at you, and you will take 2 harm.
Okay.
Is it helicopter still?
Yes, it is right over top of your van right now.
John is going to start casting a spell, and she is going to have the trees or whatever that's on the side of the road stretch out and see if she can entangle with Earth's power the helicopter and throw it to the ground in front of the car's windows.
Thought you were gonna make Tree Man.
No.
Before you complete that roll, could I ask you to please just roll 2d6 and tell me what the dice total is?
11.
Okay.
It's good.
So
I mean, that could be great, could be horrible.
Yeah.
So now, please roll your use magic.
Mystery.
You get plus.
I can see those from over here.
Yeah. I think I have a thing where I can re-roll something. Just
Okay.
because I rolled a 3 plus a 3, which is a 6. But I think
Are we still in the mystery?
No, we solved the mystery.
Yeah, this is technically a new one.
Yeah.
there's something I can like re-roll ones I thought, but I don't know what it is. So it's a 6, but
You can use luck.
I was gonna use luck. I don't know how much luck I have because we like
Were you keeping track of it on
Yeah.
sheet?
I mean, well, me keeping track of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't think you've used much.
I don't remember you using a whole lot.
In
We went through a battle.
Well, yeah, but the Gray used the most. Like Gray was like, "Fuck it."
I think I have a luck left. Because I would use that at this point. Ooh. Okay. I feel like I'm in third grade looking for my bath homework.
You trying to find my homework.
Why are you in the folder? I lost the folder too, Mom.
Wow, that's a conversation directly from my childhood.
Right. I don't know what the luck is.
It should be on your character sheet.
It's on character sheet.
Yep.
But I feel like it was at the very back, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like right where the experience marking
Like,
is.
right?
It might be
Yeah,
right
right
above
like
all the
your card.
advancements.
It's right after like gear and history and stuff. Above.
Oh, I've been using that as my harm.
Oh,
I have 3 luck left.
okay.
So
Here, you gonna use the luck?
I'll use a luck.
Okay.
So
So it acts as a 12,
Mhm.
but you
So
still
it's-
get experience. Okay, and so you reach out with your powers, and there are you're passing by this the shelter belt, near this farmland, and these trees just supernaturally reach out and start snagging at this helicopter. And you hear the blades start hitting these branches, and it's almost like the helicopter gets pulled back, but it just gets stuck there as you zoom ahead. And so it has been stalled back in the trees.
Super.
Thank you.
All right. And then with that, all of you feel Dawn's spell radiate from her. And you just feel this wellspring of energy and of just good fortune. And you all gain back 1 luck point.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow. Look at you.
Just got a free 12.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Dawn used inspiring word.
Well,
Should have used the word.
Get a new box.
I don't think
It's good.
I don't know if it works that way.
No.
Maybe you heal.
Unfortunately, if you have not used the luck yet, you're still very lucky
I
though.
just feel warm.
Yeah.
was that going down my leg?
Can they get like a +1 forward if they haven't used the luck?
Oh.
Sure, I'll grant +1 forward.
Forever.
Until they use a luck.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
You're not the GM unless you're being harassed by your players.
Right.
And as this spell radiates from you, you do feel almost like a hand on your shoulder,
Oh, wow.
and you remember your mother's touch. You feel like maybe that part of her that you've been seeing in your visions is there with you now, and there with all your friends.
Jason.
If you haven't gotten to the friend circle yet, we've known you for like 48 hours.
Right. It's got to take at least 72.
Oh, we haven't been nearly murdered yet.
Right.
So, as all this happens, you're looking out the back window, Danica, and because you're still admiring your quick thinking of flipping this car, and then you see that car flip up into the air, back onto its wheels, and a figure jumping back in as they push the roof back up on the car and start taking off after you again.
There's some scary shit going on back there, but the car's back on the road. I don't know who is strong enough to flip a whole car back up together.
Your dead friend?
We're gonna unpackage that later. Can we make this go faster?
I can't make it go any. I'm literally, my foot is on the floor. It is going 90 miles an hour. It's not going any faster.
Cypher's gonna chuck his grenade now.
What's that?
Cypher's gonna chuck his grenade now.
Kick some ass, please.
He's gonna roll it out of the van, too, like really pathetically.
Wait, are you going to pull the pin first?
Nope.
Roll to see if you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna roll it.
I bet they drive over it.
You know what?
Good thing.
Yeah.
We can leave it up to chance.
Yeah, I like that.
You can either flip a coin or roll a die. If you roll a die, you got a coin?
Yeah.
Okay. Heads you remember, tails you don't.
That's gonna be head.
Oh
No.
no!
Okay.
So, you know what? Go ahead and kick some ass anyway.
Listen,
I'm curious what happens
you
here.
can crack a window with that thing.
Yeah?
I would love to see a car just come up with a grenade. Like,
And then you shoot.
You got
Yeah.
+1 forward.
7.
You have a +1 forward.
Then.
8.
Yeah.
8. Okay.
That's a success.
So it is.
That's a good idea, I think.
Hey, look.
So actually hurt anyone.
Come on, just plant it in the windshield.
Okay, so yeah, I see.
Sam's sitting there. Windshield wipers go.
Smack. It actually catches the pins and.
Oh my god. That's good.
So okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to say you you got nothing.
You have something.
Okay, so you roll the unpulled grenade out the van, and it bounces. And it bounces again into the approaching car of the black-eyed person that Jason had been firing at. They are catching up again, and it smacks the guy hanging out of the window in the face with the grenade, and then bounces inside the car. And he's going to shoot at you. You take 2 harms.
Cipher,
Yeah.
did you pull the pin?
I don't know.
Right. Good job, though. You smacked. He's gonna have a bruise in the morning.
All right. So, who else wants to go?
Marguerite,
You got guns, come on.
It
I
gets.
think you're the only one that hasn't done it.
You're trying to find the rocket launcher that I keep missing.
How many cars do we have chasing?
So there's one still in the front who is trying to cut off your path. You have the 2 still behind you. The helicopter got caught in the trees, so you have lost 1 vehicle so far.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot at the one in front of us then.
Okay.
What's the biggest gun we got? Do we have any assault rifles in this?
I think I'm shooting the biggest one technically.
There's
Oh
probably
yeah,
an
the
assault
minigun's
rifle in
definitely
here.
the biggest one.
I mean,
There's probably like an assault rifle in here, though.
yeah. I'll just take. Those
We stopped
and try and see if it.
For some
Sure.
reason,
At least
I'll
stop
say
this
there
car.
was an assault rifle in the back.
taking next to the rocket
I'm
launcher.
gonna
Keep this-
just try and. I'm trying to at least get the car away from us, so probably trying to shoot at its tires.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. I think I might have some tough now. I do have some.
Did you give yourself some tough?
I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a fancy pen? I do have a fancy pen.
That is now.
That's our joke.
That's 10.
We'll tell you on break.
10?
Yep.
Okay, so you get an extra effect.
Well, I will force them where I want them, which is off the road.
Okay. Yeah, so you start firing at the vehicle, and you do land a round right on one of their tires, and they start squealing and serpentining all over the road until they crash into a culvert. And you've eliminated one of the cars. But as you're zooming by, one of the guys shoots at you, and you take 2 harm.
Yeah.
As he stares at you with black eyes.
Okay.
Okay. As the other 2 vehicles start approaching, once again, the man leaning out of the window on the car on the side, the one with black eyes, and he yells out to you, Gray, I'd like to say that this isn't personal, but I'd be lying. And he aims his pistol down at you, and he's about to shoot you in the head. But that's when a motorcycle zooms out of nowhere,
Oh, yeah.
and
Okay.
a sword comes striking down on his hand, and his hand just clatters to the ground and tumbles away. And he just looks at the stump of his hand pumping blood and squirting everywhere. And
So they'll let ketchup.
it does. And Danica, you recognize that sword. It's the twin to your sword.
What the? Who the hell?
And the figure, he is now trying to swipe at this guy in this car. The guy goes inside the car and is like trying to protect himself. But now the vehicle holding Henrietta is now zooming up behind this motorcycle trying to get him. All right, back. Next round, who's doing something? Olivia?
I'm driving. I can't really do much.
Do some
Okay.
Ram 'em.
driving. Do
Ram
some
'em.
magic driving.
How am
Ram 'em.
how am I
Swerving.
Oh no.
swerving to the motorcycle that helped us?
No, the other guy. No, wait. I don't know.
The motorcycle's between
Wait, is
them.
Henrietta right behind us?
Can we back
There,
up and
she's
stick
now
with it?
Yeah.
kind of
I can
be
try.
like.
What's
So
the-
you're in the right lane.
Mm-hmm.
The car is to your side is in the left lane.
Mm-hmm.
The motorcycle is between your two vehicles, and then Henrietta's vehicle is kind of in the center,
Okay.
just trying to like get a shot at this motorcycle.
Okay.
Can I like prepare to do some big magic and just like yell to the girls like, "You scary bitches better help me with this. We're gonna make this bitch fly."
Okay, yep,
And
totally fine.
I'm gonna try and do some big magic.
Okay,
I was like, doesn't that require all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead and just remember the number.
Yep,
hold
I
it.
got
and
mine.
if everyone or if 2 or more people join in with your big magic, then we will count all numbers.
Okay.
See what we get. Okay. Who else is doing
Is the
something?
motorcycle guy close enough that I can see him, or is he wearing a helmet?
He's wearing a helmet.
Hey!
He's wearing an all black leather suit. The motorcycle is also all black. He really like emo.
He's that. I've been burgled.
And he like stares at the helmet turns to you for a moment and just shakes its head a little bit and then goes back to trying to slice at this car.
At least he's wearing a helmet.
Do I do something dumb, or do I help?
You already know what I said.
Things something dumb though.
I mean, they'll probably be about one and the same, but
You already know what I want you to do.
Oh, but you know what? Let's. Okay, we're gonna. I like reach my hand out of the window next or by the door. Jason has the door open, right? I slap my hand onto the side of the van and I start like channeling magic or like into the metal of the car to try to make this bitch fly. Double sixes. That is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
And I well, this is big magic, so never mind. But I am proficient or whatever. Advanced in
Mhm.
magic.
You be advanced in big magic?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
There's not a bit
There's not
advanced.
an advanced part for it, though.
Okay, so you're pumping magic into the car.
Yes.
Okay. You have 2.
Yeah, I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay. Well, I said if 2 or more join you, then.
I believe.
Yeah, I rolled.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I rolled
didn't
a
hear that.
10.
You rolled
Oh.
a 10. So, flawlessly, the vehicle begins to lift off the ground faster than the last time. All of your power is combined and focused on this task at hand, and it is, for better or for worse, largely being steered by Danica because she has put all of her concentration into getting this into the air to the point where there's a little trickle of blood rolling down your nose.
Call me L.
Why?
That's not even a topical reference.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Okay. The people in the 2 cars just look at you as you're going up. So does the motorcycle.
I'm coming back. I have questions for you. You'll find us again. I know you're weird and shit.
Okay. So you're airborne.
We're not Team Rocket.
Everybody remember seatbelts?
I immediately, like, as soon as I feel the car, like, start coming up, I'm like, oh shit, and I pull Danica's hand back, like, inside, because you're touching the outside of the thing,
Mhm.
and I'm like, why? And
I leaned out to yell at the
I
motorcycle guy.
slide her hand around the inside and, like, shut the door.
Okay, so you're airborne. what is your plan? Are you trying? So okay.
That's the plan.
Okay. Yes, you're airborne. Danica, you're saying you're going to come back. So what's going through your head right now?
Well, I said, I'll find you later. We'll figure this out because you stole my sword. You have one of my swords.
Okay.
That motherfucker has my sword. Well, he doesn't have my sword. He has a family heirloom of mine, which means he's either stolen it or bought it at an auction because it was sold in an estate sale after we all apparently ended up dead.
He's helping us get away. Why are you mad at him?
Because it's mine.
Why do you care? You didn't know it existed until just now.
Well, I mean, I did know it existed because there were two of the... It's my daddy's sword. We're a sword family. We had swords hanging on the wall and shit, okay? There was a freaking statue of metal armor at the doorway that I thought my dad bought at an estate sale. Probably was his from the 18th century or some shit.
Sounds about right.
But anyway, it's mine. That's why I'm mad.
How old is she?
She's a normal age. Her family isn't, but she is.
Oh, okay.
I'm like yelling this over. I'm sure the
Yeah.
sound of the car. Yeah.
It's a long story. Ancient being hundreds of years old, my daddy was. I did not know about this until recently. But it's okay because, as I've said before, he killed him.
Yeah. Stabbed him.
Yeah.
Right in the back.
Right in front of me, too.
Which, figuratively and literally.
Yeah. And he was helping us, too.
Wonderful.
He was helping us, by the way.
That's...
The only reason
Really
that I am
up to the
not
bits.
mad at you about all of this is because I'm a little bit conflicted in my head about my daddy's position and everything. But,
Which one?
yes.
Are we still currently being shot at?
No, you are now flying above them in some countryside.
You?
I'm literally just doing this.
I also don't know how to land it. I don't know how we did it last. Wait, no, I do. We thought things. We thought things and we got there. Okay. Where we want to go? Radio Shack?
No, we do not need to go to Radio Shack. We bought the entire store already. We need.
Well, let's go back to the bunker
Yeah,
then.
let's just go back to
Let's see,
Keystone.
let's see how far it gets us to Keystone. Keystone. Or, I mean, how far? Keystone. We can make there today, right?
Yeah.
Well, the way the crow flies, we go really fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as she is thinking
Low
Keystone, you feel just a slight shift in the vehicle as you now angle more in a due west direction, and you start zooming off. Jason, you start hearing
Okay.
You actually gave my phone back to me. Right.
Is it your mom? Tell her I said hi.
And on the other end, you hear Susie from the bunker. And she says, sorry, you're the only one whose phone I got anymore, so I just thought I'd call you. Hey, are you all busy?
You should give. Who is it?
It's the guy from Radio Shack. I gave him my number.
Is it cute?
Slut.
Sign up for rewards.
What the hell is that?
No, those don't exist yet.
I go back and I say, yeah, we're all finished up here, so we're coming back.
Come
We're
on, we are.
not going back.
We're not going
Why
to
would we go to Radio Shack?
We don't need anything. We bought the store.
Everyone said no.
And she says, oh, good. Hey, just so y'all know, I'm calling like all the hunters I know to the bunker because we got a lead on this Kronos character. But I really think if we're going to nail down a Titan, we need everyone on board. So I called in another crew that I worked with a couple of years back, and I also got I got Adam coming in. Oh, there he is right now. Hey, I'll catch up with you later. Just make your way back here as soon as you can.
Yeah, we'll come right back as fast as we can.
We don't need to go back to Radio Shack.
I can't turn this van around and go back to Radio Shack.
I can think it though. Like, give me a second.
Is that Danica? Tell her I love her.
They tell you they love you.
Yes, you did. You got teleported there, remember?
Oh yeah, that's
You met
Fred.
him multiple times.
Yeah. He's
No,
not.
he's not my type.
He's not cute.
You're the entire reason for his month's commission.
Just wants to take you out for a nice dinner.
Who does that?
Free food.
All the time I just take
I like
lists of
hang
dead
out.
bodies.
Right.
All right.
Great. Is that me?
Am I the only one?
So,
Why would you think you're the only one who's taken me to see a dead body, right?
I'm trying to think if there was anyone else, and now I'm like, there was someone, right? Someone else?
So, at this point, you have a few hours trip ahead of you to traverse the skies above Minnesota and South Dakota.
Hey, don't go too high. We really don't want.
There's going to be reports about a flying car in the news.
I mean,
Morning.
It's more of a concern of if we get too high, then we start showing up on radar, and we really don't want that problem.
Well, I'm not worried about even that. I'm worried
Ours
about like us losing the
operated by-
ability to breathe.
People we know who are long since dead is one thing. Fighter jets, I don't think we can fight that. I think that's.
So if we find the rocket launcher, I think we could probably at least hold our ground for a little while. Although I do not want to know the kind of trouble we would be in for shooting down a fighter jet.
oh, you think the government wants to kill us now?
I don't think that the government has anything to do with this. I think this is all Gray's fault.
Probably.
How could this possibly be all my fault?
They literally called your name and said, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, they literally was like, it's
I mean,
it's all you, man.
Am I the? I'm the only one with a bounty on my head.
No, that's your fault
So,
too,
that's
because
true.
you're a
That doesn't-
criminal. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You did it to yourself.
most of us have committed crimes. We're not. I mean, just because
But not as a profession.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yet.
We just haven't been committed.
Correct.
Or convicted.
Yeah, we have not been
Yeah.
convicted.
To be fair, all the crimes that we committed in the 80s, we're probably all written off as being dead, which is going to be a pain for us to, like, re-get, like, licenses and stuff.
You don't think Bevers can do that for us?
No, like, real ones, like, official ones. Because proven to the government that we're not dead.
You really don't need.
Cipher could probably just print you one.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Why do you need that?
Yeah.
Just in case we want to, like, be normal people one day, you know?
You think any of us are really going to be ever normal?
It's
No.
fantastic that you even have the thought.
No, that I'm in, like, look at...
Cypher's like, who the fuck was it?
I don't know, man. You know, like this is the business that I was apparently raised into unknowingly. So this is my life. But like, I mean, I can see like Dawn maybe wanting to have a normal life.
Normal how? She
I
doesn't
don't
have
know.
any more
I
family.
don't know, like working in McDonald's or some shit. I don't know.
Owning a McDonald's, just like it's just
you could pretend you're like a miracle worker and like heal
Oh.
people at a hospital. You know.
Oh, I'm just gonna start a mega church.
yeah.
Lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would totally work.
Yeah.
Girl, should we just start? Like,
Yeah,
but it's a spooky ooky one.
yeah, it's just a cult.
No cults.
It's the occult. Occult.
Occult. Yeah.
Yeah, cult.
Yeah, the occult. Yes, yeah.
You could a bookshop called the Occult Cult.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
I mean, like, you know, what are we gonna do after we kill this Titan if we don't die doing it? You know, like, we all gonna join Gray's criminal empire?
I think we just figured it out. We're gonna make a bookstore called the Occult Cult.
Open your bookstore downtown St. Paul.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, honestly.
So you
We could fund it with alleged criminal activities.
Yes.
you continue flying over the countryside in the broad daylight because you left in the morning.
It might be
Hello,
cloudy.
farmers.
You
We are just screwed if we fly through a storm. We're in a metal car.
Planes
And-
of metal. It's fine.
They have like things on them to keep them from being electrocuted. This car is not meant to be this high in the air.
It's fine.
And you notice, Olivia, that as you've taken off, that the speedometer has gone from 80 and circled around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now at 60. So whatever that means, that's how fast you're flying now.
Guys, I'm still flooring it. Yeah. You're the engineer.
There's no traction. Well, I think you can take your foot off the pedal. It's not helping.
I mean, do I put it on the brake instead, or?
I don't even think that's going to do anything. I'm going to be honest with you.
Just put it in cruise control. Cruise control.
Then we can just make like in-flight cocktails. Nuts? Nuts? You're just out walking there nuts? Warm towel?
Oh my god.
Oh, Cipher, are you alright? You're bleeding a little.
I'm just like hanging out on the floor. What is going on?
We're flying in a car.
Yes,
Oh.
I believe I'm here. Yes.
Shit.
You were shot, but it's okay.
Oh god, I was shot.
I go over to Cipher and I actually put my hand on the injury and I attempt to heal it.
Ooh. Magic.
Remember what I said. Don't let anyone put stuffing from a stuffed animal inside of it. Any of those holes, don't let them do it.
What? How weird are they? It's not weird. It's I use my cool.
Oh my god.
I have a plus
Last
2,
doesn't work.
so
I feel like we just put TM on them.
Yeah.
Paper would work. It's cotton.
that's 9. But on a, I'm gonna use my plus 1 forward that I had from Dawn's
Oh.
boosty boost to give me 10.
What?
So I heal 2 harm.
Okay.
Well, I think anything shoved in a bullet.
Maybe I
would
wasn't
hurt.
shot. I'm so confused.
But you know, honey, you were shot, but then you were healed by an angel. Touched by an angel.
Oh. Yeah.
But you're alright now. And you threw a grenade at somebody. Hit him in the face.
There could be some song to it.
That
Yeah.
was a good shot.
It's a good job. That was really good. I'm proud of you.
You
But this is all real. This is all really happening. You are not.
hear
listening.
a whisper in your ears, and you hear her say to you, "We should have taken them. They weren't powerful, but they would have restored what you just depleted. You really need to think about the true mission here. We must obtain this power."
I know, and sounds like the lady at the bunker had a plan, so...
I certainly hope so. I am trying to give you everything I can. I've given you great power, but you must remember that there is some limitations.
I will try to remember.
Good. And then the voice stops, and you feels very quiet. Like even when she's not speaking to you, you always feel a presence. Like when you're that feeling, like when you're in a dark room and you feel like someone's watching you. That's the feeling you always get. And like right now, it just feels like you're sitting in a van alone.
I kind of like snap to for a second, and I look around at everybody, and I just kind of start to like panic fidget as I step back from Cipher and Danica, and I kind of just go into one of the corners of the van, and I for the first time after having been putting on a bravado for most of the time that I've been with you, I actually go into like one of the corners of the van and just like pull my knees up to my chest and sit there.
That gets to everyone at some point in time.
As you're sitting there, you think of all the times you flew to Radio Shack for whatever reason. You think of all the power you've been wielding like a child with a new toy, and how are you feeling right now?
Like I did before she found me. Used to feeling like a action hero, and now I'm back to that outcast of a kid.
Danica will come like sit next to you. You all right, Jason, honey?
Would you like some nuts?
Yeah. Yes, he would.
Would you like some ginger ale? It tastes better in the air.
It does.
I'm sorry. And you can kind of see him bouncing his leg up and down, and he says, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I just kind of like turn in towards the van side.
This is a shit job for everybody, and it's hard. And you're not going to get used to it, but it's important to talk, not keep things inside.
It's fine.
Are you sure? Doesn't look fine.
Just let him be. If he doesn't want to speak his mind, that's his choice. He doesn't have to.
You want a color?
No, thank you.
Okay, got crayons. I get bored real easy.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's left over. I used to travel by myself before I met everybody. Really lonely doing that.
Yeah, it can be lonely.
Sometimes doing things with your hands keeps you distracted.
Jason.
Not bad things. Now, I hear you laughing. Right? I know Gray did when he traveled by himself.
Gross.
Jason said, I just need a few minutes, and like he'll take the Walkman out of his backpack and slide it over his ears and pull up his hood and just kind of like take his hands and like wrap them around his knees and just kind of sit against the side of the van.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull out my world's largest ball of yarn blanket keepsake and swaddle him with it.
Gosh.
It feels itchy.
Is it made of yarn?
Could be.
Well, yeah.
Could be.
Cipher.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
I'm confused because he touched me and I feel better, and then he got really sad.
Well, that happens to the best of us.
It's fine.
So, yeah, you're just sitting there and trying to wrap your head around everything that has happened. You were living, maybe not your best life, but a life in Los Angeles when your friend sent you on a mission with these insane people. And you've been in a flying car, not once, but twice. You've been in a secret lair that is hidden inside of a rock. You have been shot at. You've had monsters and hags and secret agents, like, all trying to attack you. How are you taking your mind off this?
Still almost unbelieving of all of this. Probably just yeah, no, he's just in shock all the time. He's just kind of like taking it in stride, like, that's a thing now, okay. Magic exists.
Do you want a color?
Yeah.
Oh, bring out
So,
colored fucking crayons.
tell me, does Cipher have a Game Boy?
Oh.
Does he have a brick?
We could have gotten one at the Radio Shack.
You know what? Yeah.
When were those made?
1989, they were released.
Really?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, I had the original. It was shit.
In the United States?
April 21st, 1989.
Well,
I
in the
wouldn't
United States
four.
or in because they were released in Japan first.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's
I
Japan.
think it was 91, was 99.
I believe they were.
North America was 1989, July 31st.
Oh, okay.
So you would definitely have access to one,
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
living above a Radio Shack. So you dig around in your pack to find your game, to put your mind anywhere other than here. And as you do, you notice last few times you've dug around in your pack, you've noticed that little cat claw, that jade cat claw that you've had back in LA that the strange woman gave you. And you would always feel kind of its cool touch as you reached into your bag to dig around, and you don't feel that. You know, like, this is weird. Should be right here. And then you start checking the different pockets of your bag and looking around, and it's gone.
Thanks for tuning in to Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Now, on with the show.
Oh. Trying to think back of when I last saw it, but
You think back, and the last time you were really like rooting around in your bag was probably the previous night when you were fighting the hags. You were bunkered down inside the van trying to set up your equipment. You remember you left, the bag was over near the side doors on one of the seats, and you don't remember losing track of the bag, but it was such a blur last night. I mean, the only people you think probably would have had access to it were this group. The hags, but they're all dead. There was also that other guy there that had him. You remember seeing him back at the bunker, and then he showed up out of nowhere in the middle of the forest. What are you doing with this information?
has anyone seen that jade that I got?
Wasn't it supposed to be in your bag?
Yeah, I can't find it.
Did anybody else have it?
I don't remember Jade. I don't remember.
It was-
Was I present?
Yeah, we got it from the nice old lady whose house we got destroyed by vampires.
Yeah. Remember the vampire fight.
Magic jade.
I'll dig around in my bag to make sure it's not in there.
Okay. You dig around and you don't see a jade pendant.
There's some really stale chips in here, though. Dump it out.
Do you eat any?
No.
No. Okay.
Throw it out the-
Yeah, throw it out the window. Throw it out the hole in the window.
Some farmer. Why is it raining chips?
These are good.
Oh, first chips. Okay. Is anyone else doing anything concerning this information?
Well, things got kind of exciting. Maybe it's somewhere else. And
Yeah, that's true. It could have got fell out of your bag or something in all the kerfuffle that we've been in.
Yeah, I'll start crawling around in the van. I've just been sitting on the floor the entire time.
Can I try and observe another place or time, and try and see when that might have left her bag in some aspect?
Enhance.
Yeah.
Kind of think about the object and be like, it's supposed to be in Cypher's bag, and it left at some point, but we don't know when.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll magic for that.
Bad. That's a 6.
Mark experience.
Yeah.
You focus your power, and all you see is you're concentrating on the jade in her bag, and all you see is the handful of moments you've seen her or seen him put it in the bag or rummage around, and you see glimpses of the bag. You don't actually see anyone else interact with it. He's had it in his bag this entire time, as far as you know.
It doesn't seem like it's ever left your bag, from what I can tell. You didn't take it out or anything to look at it and set it down somewhere?
No, I haven't taken it out.
Well, I'm not seeing it leave your bag at any point, so maybe you might have been jinxed to lose it. I mean, that's a thing.
That's a thing?
That I can do that. I can make people, if someone has something that I don't want them to have, I can make them lose it, basically. So hypothetically, I don't like that top you're wearing, I can make you lose. It takes a couple days or something. It's not like it disappears off your body or some bullshit. But if I don't like that, it just disappears.
I think that you might be scaring him, Olivia.
Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to give you a real example. That is a thing that happens. Or if you lose socks in the dryer, right? You do laundry and you're like, oh, I have one less sock.
yeah, they go into the sock dimension. What are you talking about?
Exactly. You get jinxed and you lose things into the sock dimension.
So this is in the rock.
Gray says this with a deadpan face
Yeah.
because he's seen the lost sock dimension.
And it goes to the rock dimension. You're right. It's not the sock, it's the rock dimension. I was wrong. Yeah.
So you're searching the van?
Yeah.
Why don't you investigate a mystery?
This isn't a dangerous jewel thing that we should be concerned about.
The vampires,
Anything else
the
or
vampires that were trying to kill us were looking for that gem, so I think we'd have to say that it might be pertinent that we find
It
it.
might just be powerful.
13. Beautiful. You get to hold 2. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? Was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here?
Where'd it go?
Okay.
Where'd it go? Is that one?
Yeah, that was one of them.
I got 2.
Yeah, I think. So, as you're searching around for this jewel, this gem, you do see these, like, Timberland, like, boot prints, like, from the mud. And it's, like, on the carpet of the van, just where the sliding door is, where your bag was sitting. And you're trying to think, like, who's wearing these kind of boots? And you remember there was that Adam guy. He had these tan boots on.
The one with the cold?
Mm-hmm.
That basically answers where it is. Where is it?
I mean, that was something being concealed. That you found a footprint matching it to a culprit, possibly.
Film is where is it? Is that the question?
Where did it go?
Where did it go? I mean, piecing it all together, like, there's one suspect you can think of that you should investigate. And have you revealed anything about your call with Susie?
No.
Okay. And that's all you know?
I just told him that the Radio Shack guy called me. I was being, like, Jason was being super serious.
Okay.
That it was the Radio Shack guy.
With what you've investigated, what are you doing with that information?
Yeah, I'll say. I think that Adam guy went through my stuff.
What?
Adam?
The dude that showed up with a gun?
That helped us?
Yeah.
He's one of the hunters, right? He's one of the hunters. We met him at the...
Yeah, he was that hot guy that was with Susie, right?
Yeah, why would he take that?
That doesn't make any sense. He literally got us out of a jam with Asmodeus.
That's
Like,
really weird.
Well,
How would
unless he knew that we had
Well,
it.
yeah, how did he even know that we had it? We didn't even tell Mama that we had it.
no.
We've
Well,
told
we don't know anything about him. He could have.
ulterior motives, but
You can see things.
I could try and find him and see where he's
I
at.
mean, he was just with us, so I mean, like he might be on his way
I'm
back
saying
to the
maybe
bunker.
he knew about it and wanted to find it and did the thing that you do.
Oh, well, maybe he's spooky
And then
like me.
came up trying to act like the good guy, saved us, and took it.
That's very possible. I mean,
But
I didn't
he may-
Steal
might-
my ears off as I've been slightly listening and say, how did he find us anyway out in the middle of the woods?
That's
Like,
true. I mean,
just explain-
he knew we were going
I mean,
to
yeah.
this Minneapolis, but not where we would be. But I mean, he's probably on his way back to the bunker. But
But depending
Yeah,
on
he's there.
depending on
how the hell do you know he's there?
The Radio Shack guy told me. It was your mom.
Why would you lie?
Because it was funny.
Not really that funny.
I mean,
It's not
That's a no.
a very good joke.
we're gonna go there anyway, so we're gonna see him.
Yeah, but what if he has ulterior motives? What if, like, Mama's in danger?
You don't think your mother can handle one dude?
She's got one leg, and her assistant is in a wheelchair with a talk box.
And
Like, what are they going to do against?
She said that she called all the hunters in, like, that she knew the bunker.
So there are, like, a ton of hunters in the bunker right now?
I think so, yeah.
They're all rooms.
I mean, I think it's an infinite dimension, so more rooms could be created.
That's beside the point. They're still gonna take our rooms.
But there'll be new rooms.
Yeah, we'll just get new ones, better ones. Yeah.
Oh, I want to double bed. A single bed is not enough for me to, like, spread out and sleep.
Same. But back to the point. I mean, okay, so you guys know obviously magic is real. He can just like scry on us. It's not like that hard. So assuming he knows how to do it.
Yeah, but why did he want it? Why did he take it?
Well,
That's the question. Like, that seems a little nefarious. We were almost killed for having it.
right. He might know what it does. Like, do we know what it does?
No, we don't know anything about it.
Maybe he took it from us because we don't know how valuable it is, and we were just letting one of us hang on to it instead of keeping it safe in the bunker.
If he has magical abilities, he could have sensed that
Or
we
it's a
had it
trap.
on us.
What, a trap? How can it? Oh, you mean like going back to the bunker to trap?
Well, I mean, what would you do with a giant, powerful relic? I mean, if you're a bad guy, I pull out like one of my many comics in my comic books bag, and I flip a couple pages. Yeah, I flip a couple pages, and I point to insert any random plot point where evil guy traps all good guys in somewhere and beats them down.
So are you saying we shouldn't go back to the bunker?
Well, I mean, it is maybe part of his plan. I mean, your mom said that she suddenly got a lead on where Kronos was.
But who gave her the lead?
Who gave her the lead? Why didn't you ask?
Turned the page and, like...
Why didn't you ask?
It seemed pretty normal at the time. I don't know your mom. I don't know your hunter people.
What do you mean, you hunter?
Should we just call? How close are we?
I don't know. How close are we?
Because you're traveling at extremely fast speeds and the wind is just howling in your ears.
Yeah. We're just screaming all these conversations. Yeah.
There's a bunch of holes in all the windows.
Yeah. I would say that you look down, and though you've only been flying for like hour and a half, you do see a long river that, if any of you are even remotely familiar with a map of South Dakota, you know that this is the Missouri River. So you're going to be there in like half hour to an hour.
Look outside the window. Yeah, it's about as flat as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It looks like a blanket.
This is like the hilly part of the state too. Maybe we should just call. What do you think?
Yes. Can you maybe... can you scry in there?
I don't know. It's another plane of existence. I don't know. I mean, like, it's a whole other, like, little pocket of reality. I don't know if we can look into it. I mean, I've never tried, but I don't want to blow my brain up.
I mean, girl, I'll try. I don't care. I'll try and scry on specifically Adam. I'm just looking for Adam.
I would maybe just...
I would maybe go last
Susie. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and.
But like we I mean like if he's doing something big and bad, like my mama's in there, your daughter's in there.
He stole my rock.
He stole your
He
rock.
stole your rock.
Evers is in there. Like, we have people that are important to us in that bunker.
I rolled 11 to use magic to observe another time or place, and I'm observing the bunker if I can, like where I think Susie might be.
Okay. You stare out the front window, and your vision goes white as you are pulled to a vision of the bunker, and you see a scene. You see a little side table with a duffel bag on it, and you see a man in a red hooded sweatshirt walk up to the bag and zip it up, and out of his sweatshirt pockets he pulls a wooden necklace, the one that Bear Moore had worn in the forests of Minnesota, and a jade cat claw, and he adds them to the duffel bag, and inside we see a little twist of braided hair, a large blue diamond. To you, it looks like, though you've only seen it in reports and like articles and encyclopedias, looks like the Hope Diamond. You see a opalescent conch shell, and you also see a clay teapot that resembles the shape of a crane, like the bird. And he adds these items gently to his bag and zips them up after stuffing some clothes on top to cushion them. He grabs the bag, and we follow this man in the red hooded sweatshirt as he walks out into the open library and command center of the bunker. And we see Susie, who she's on a phone, and she says, "Oh, Adam just came in. Yeah, get here as fast as you can." And she hangs up the phone. And at that moment, the opening of the bunker, the main entrance, flashes, and a group of people walks in. There's a woman dressed in business formal attire, looks like some sort of detective. There's a man in a black suit with short cropped hair. There is a young girl in a black dress and kind of punk attire.
We've seen that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would know her as Trixie, who Gray's daughter apparently is seen. And then you also see a tall, muscular, built young man wearing a Guess sweatshirt. And they walk in, and Susie says, "Oh, you're just in time. I got another hunter here. I don't think you've ever been in the same place at the same time. That's so weird. Hey, Adam, this is my other team that I have out there. They worked on a case with the werewolves around here a while back, and you hear the man in the red sweatshirt go, fuck. As the team on the other side say, wait, that was the scientist from the facility we found. And following the red sweatshirt, he turns and starts bolting. And he bolts up a staircase off to the side. And he runs up, and he slams through a steel door. And inside there is this glowing crystal. But there is like these sparks flashing off of it. And he runs up to it, places a hand on it, and as you get close, we can see the preserved body of this woman, of Biddy. And as this man gets close, instead of his reflection, we see the reflection of this like pink, purple, magenta colored skin, this face, this oval face with big almond-shaped eyes. And she says, "It took you long enough." And there's a flash and your vision ends.
What?
You're gone wild.
Yeah. Is that considered the premonition from the start of a mystery, or is that just a regular premonition?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to count it as the premonition at the start of a mystery because something's definitely up.
Okay.
Speaking of which, are there any other beginning of a mystery things you need to accomplish?
I'm a few. Give me a second. Nope, not that one. Am I in good standing with my sect? That's Mama, basically.
Oh, yeah. I would say so.
Well, this might not help because it's roll charm on a 10+. They provide some useful info or help in the field. On a 7 to 9, you get the mission you get a mission associated with the mystery. I've done this before. I don't know if it'll help if shit's going on, but I guess these guys count too. Oh, you want me to? Should I do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Plus charm. $11.
Okay. And what was the success then?
They provide some useful info or help in the field.
Okay.
Whoever it may be, could be another hunter that isn't like currently in the anchor, or anyone that anyone that has ties with our sect. It could be. Yeah, but
okay.
I'll let you do that however you will.
So.
And then I also have this other thing that I can do, but it's not at the beginning of the mystery. It's at any time, so I'll do it later.
Yeah. After consoling Jason and Olivia just blanking out for like 5 whole minutes, you start to panic and you start on your new cell phones, you start dialing your mama. Mm-hmm. And it rings and it rings and it rings. Finally, someone picks up and it's your mom and she's frantic and she says, Who is this?
Oh, sorry, this is Danica. I have a new phone number. This is my new number. Save it. Your caller ID. What's going on there?
Oh, sweetie. And you hear blaring alarms in the background, and her voice kind of sounds like it's going in and out, like it, almost like the sound can't focus. And she says, "Danica, you gotta stay safe. The bunker, it's under lockdown.
Wait, does that mean it's turning off?
Something's wrong. It was Adam. I think it was Adam.
Well, he stole something from us. So I bet it was him. Don't. But.
Oh,
Don't.
oh God. Oh God. Biddy, no! And the line goes out.
Okay. The bunker's under lockdown, and Biddy's doing something bad, and Adam started it.
She was on the fritz when we were there before.
I think that qualifies as giving you information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. And the phone just went dead, so I don't know if we can if it turned off. I mean, you remember what happened last time, right?
Yeah, that could be a problem.
What happened? We lost 3 months. Not in there. It was like a day, maybe a few hours.
Wasn't really that long in there.
But when we came out, it had been 3 months out in the real world. What? So
if it's under lockdown, there has to be some other way in.
We only know of one way in.
I mean, I really only know one way in, but this has been a part of my family for a long time. I might be able to do some research.
What? Where are you gonna do research?
I don't know. Fuck. Mom has family she never told me about that maybe I could.
What about the motorcycle dude?
He has one of Daddy's swords. It might be connection in family, but it's not the right side of family. But it might be the only thing we got.
Didn't you have a brother like Marcus or something?
He's dead.
How do you know he's dead?
I saw his dead body.
We saw Henrietta's dead body
in the morgue after he became deceased. That's true. That's accurate. Who's
dead is a state of mind at this point.
I don't know. Motorcycle guy's the only thing we got, but I have no idea how to contact him.
I mean, maybe we just need to get in danger again and he'll show up. Kind of like my guardian angel. Where the fuck was he, by the way?
I can try to observe him. Maybe
your brother or my guardian angel?
No, the motorcycle guy.
Yeah, you can try and find him.
Try and see if he's somewhere that's familiar enough we could go to him. I mean, we can't go to the bunker if it's under lockdown. There's no way we're getting in.
We can try, but I mean,
we can try, but maybe we should try first and then go to plan B.
We can do a little potato. Like
I'll observe while we get to the bunker.
Yeah,
we'll try to get in the bunker.
Yeah, maybe like only you can get in.
We have that contact in Sioux Falls that might be able. I don't think he knows anything about the bunker, but I don't know any other hunters. Mama said a lot of them have been going missing or getting killed.
Well, she tried to call in
Some hunters. That other team, I think, that she was talking about, right? But
I saw the other team. They looked weird.
Yeah, but what if they're stuck in there with her then? Like,
well, maybe then they can help her, so at least there's something.
I mean, I really should have talked to Mama a little bit more about her extended family. She comes from a family of people that did this for a living. I know none of them.
You know, I think you had her journal or something.
Yeah, I guess I've never really looked into, like, if there are, like, grandmammy and grandpappy contacts in here. I mean, she left the life, so I just assumed that she cut ties with all the people. I guess I could look.
Why would she cut ties with her family?
Because she didn't want to. My understanding of which we've never had a full conversation about it because we're not good at communication in my family.
Surprise.
Mama didn't want to be a hunter anymore, so she left life to have a normal life. And then she married an older ancient being who ended up being an asshole or something.
It's too bad Jason isn't listening because that would have explained a lot of your, your trauma.
I don't know. I'll try to observe motorcycle guy. I'll dig through the journal to see if there are any old contacts that might have like familial names that I could try to reach out to that might know about the bunker. And since this is something that she was born into, and then it's a Hail Mary after that.
So are you trying to observe another time and place?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can spy on that motorcycle dude.
Okay.
He's got my sword, so it's familiar to me. Or a sword like my sword.
Yep.
We'll see.
Roll some magic.
Who's not going to fuck me? These two, these are the pretty ones. 11.
Yeah. So, you observe a countryside with these cars that are racing down the road. A van takes off into the air, but this motorcycle is still vying with these other two vehicles. And the person you know as Henrietta fires her gun at this individual, and they flick their sword up behind their head and deflect the bullet as it's coming at them. And you see their head twist back to glance at Henrietta.
Not like full all the way around like an owl, right?
Not
Then-
just over their shoulder, they look back, and you see the person slow down all of a sudden and like flip the sword underhand and drag it across the tires of this car, and it goes rolling and spinning once again, flinging Henrietta off into a field. And this person keeps up with the other vehicle. And the man whose arm had just been chopped off sees the motorcycle coming closer with the sword, still underhand, ready to stab inside the vehicle. And as they do, and arch back for an attack, the man with the one arm looks up into the sky, and his mouth gapes open unnaturally, and a black cloud just billows out of him and dissipates into the air. And the driver looks at this and has an oh shit moment and is about to billow out as well, but then a sword comes slicing through his neck, and there is like a flash in his eyes, and he goes limp, and the car veers off the road. The motorcycle slows down to a halt and revs a little bit, and the person on it looks up in the direction of the van, and under their breath we hear shit. They look at a little, it looks like a watch, but it has a little screen on it, much more advanced than your time. And we see there are several notifications. One says, Mrs. Black is looking for you. Where are you? And then you see that next to it says Noir. And we see him consider options for a moment. And then he flips a switch on the side of the tank of his motorcycle, revs the engine, and zooms down this highway, and there is a blue flash, and he disappears.
That was not helpful at all. He's got some weird magic on his motorcycle, and he just like evaporated with it.
He just like disappeared off the face of the earth?
Oh, he like zoomed away and then just flash disappeared. Kind of like when Jason like takes us to Radio Shack.
No flash.
Well, yeah, but I think he teleported is what I'm saying. Somewhere, but I have no idea where. But then there was like, he had like this weird like mini TV on his wrist that was like a watch, and it had like messages on it, and something said Miss Black wants to see you, and Noir, and some along, I don't know, some weird words, I don't know.
Like a 007 watch or what?
What's that? Like
Listen.
James Bond?
Yeah.
Oh, those movies. Anyway, yeah. So, and then, the people that were in the car that were chasing us. Well, he killed them, I think. But one of them like opened his mouth really big and then like puked up black smoke.
Have we seen the black smoke thing before?
Yeah.
I thought we had.
I think so.
You've seen red smoke.
I couldn't remember. So
It's a clear sign of a demon possession.
yeah. So clearly demons.
But
Well, yeah, they flashed their black eyes at me, so.
Well, you didn't say that. You gotta share information, man.
Gray, are you sharing any information about the man you recognized?
Oh wait, which?
the one that called you by name.
Oh,
Do we also not know who Miss
Miss Black?
I actually don't even.
Mm-mm.
I would, but I don't. I don't
Christian.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that person is.
He's the guy that told you to kill my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes. It's the same person that told you to kill
Oh yeah,
your
he
dad.
gave me the.
He is codenamed Foxglove. And Noir is a name that Cipher recognizes because Noir was the one who handed over the secret microchip.
Does it seem like that guy that he was Noir, or somebody named Noir was messaging him?
Someone named Noir was messaging him.
So they're obviously not on the same team, whoever that guy was. But I have no idea how where to find him. Maybe, you know, we could use magic to like observe another place or time. I wonder if we could use magic to like put a thought in somebody's head.
I know what you're talking about. Matt knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Olivia has no idea what you're talking
Like,
about.
I can see them. So what if while I'm seeing them, I can be like, "Hey, call me."
Do I recognize any of the names?
Telepathy? You want me to put something?
Yeah, or maybe like you know how Henry could just like walk into dreams, implant like a phone number in their memory, like call this number.
Yeah, I knew she could do that. That was weird.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm thinking with magic, you could just like implant like a call this phone number in your so that he can contact us.
What are you, the dead person could walk into dreams?
Yeah,
Can the dead person still do that?
I hope not.
Probably.
I'm hoping that it is just Henry's body because Mama, remember, said that they couldn't get to her to burn the body.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping it is just a Henry puppet being piloted by a demon, of which she would be very unhappy about.
Yeah, she would.
So we should probably do something about that, but I doubt it is really Henry.
I'm sure she'll keep coming after us.
Yeah.
We'll kill her eventually.
Do I recognize any of the names that she mentioned that was in the messages?
Well,
Mrs. Black is the one who wanted to see you too.
yes, Mrs. Black wanted to see you. I don't know if you know. I guess it depends on if Cipher shared the names of this agent, but the agent that Cipher talked to, Ray talked to, you would recognize as the same agent. Did you ever share the name of the agent with?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But she did just say Noir and Mrs. Black as being like people he was contacting.
These are names that I recognize at all.
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay. I didn't know if they were like adjacent to what my dad did, if I would have heard them in eavesdropping. You know, because I was a naughty kid.
Mm.
Not that she would recall all these years later anyway.
Right.
So, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know how to get in contact with them.
How do you know it's a he? Did he ever take his
Them.
helmet off?
I heard them talk. Did it sound like a manly voice?
Could have been a man.
Masculine presenting voice, but not necessarily a man.
Okay.
Talk at all, did he? He just looked at his...
He said shit.
Well,
Yeah.
he whispered shit.
I mean, it's all you got to go off of.
I don't know. I mean, that could be a dead end. I mean, if he's looking for us, we're pretty easy to find. We have destruction everywhere we go.
We're in a flying vehicle.
We're in a flying vehicle. I don't know. This Mrs. Black person, maybe that's some kind of... I mean, that's such a, like, blank name. Like, it's not... I don't know how we'd find that person either.
Yeah, like Noir, Mrs. Black, these are all just like fake names, obviously.
Yeah,
like there's no way.
obvious fake names.
Noir was the one that handed me the piece, right? Or was it the piece?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll mention Noir's the one that we met when I first.
The one that you got that little microchip
Yeah.
computer thing for?
Yeah.
So he's your friend?
Do you know him?
No.
Do you know how to contact him?
Maybe.
What was the purpose of your deal with Noir?
Oh, I was getting a computer chip.
Do you know why?
For the for the Radio Shack guy, right?
Yeah, that's a favor for a friend.
But do you know why he needed it? Or are you just doing it for no reason?
Oh, I owed him, but I kind of know what it does.
What does it do?
I mean, if you were to put that into any computer, you would just have access to everything ever.
That sounds really
It
powerful.
does sound really powerful.
I kind of wanted it too, but
Okay. Do you know how to contact this Noir guy?
maybe my friend does.
Okay. Because he obviously, I mean, I don't know how I would ask him, hey, do you know some person who rides on a motorcycle and has a cool sword that has a TV on his wrist?
Jason just like hands Cipher the phone and was like, why don't you just call your friend?
I have a phone.
Since when?
Oh, I've had a phone.
This whole time?
He just doesn't want us to know his number. It's fine. We get it, Cipher. You're
I get it.
You're-
You want us to know your number. It's fine.
I guess I'll call Bobby.
You call the store, and it rings a few times, and eventually someone picks up and says, "Dandy," and you recognize it as Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Hey, I had a question for you.
Oh, hey, kiddo, what's going on?
Oh, you know that piece that I went and picked up for you?
And you hear him like kind of shuffle off, and then you hear it's kind of echoey. You think he's probably gone to the back room. He says, "Yeah, what about it?"
Do you know who you got that from? Like the guy?
Can it be more specific, champ?
Do you want me to be more specific on these phones?
Look, kid, I've been trying to keep you as separate from this as possible, okay? But, like, these guys, look, they're almost as dangerous as the people that they fight, all right? And I think you need to, right now, manipulate someone. But it's not just manipulate someone, it is manipulate a hunter.
What? This dude's a hunter?
Can I assist?
How are you assisting?
I'm gonna just come up behind him and I'm gonna rub his shoulders and I'm gonna be like, "You got this. You got this. Come on, convince him."
Roll a help out.
Oh, that was generous.
Very generous. I hope she fails.
Just whisper in the phone. Yes, this number, bitch. No.
Cipher has a +1 from earlier, from Dawn stuff.
She used that. She used it in.
Cipher, he used that, yes.
He used it, yeah.
I got an 11, so you get a +2 for me.
Okay, roll your manipulate someone.
Really good shoulder rub.
Yeah.
Forgot about that bullet wound.
Right.
Which hit?
A 9.
9. That's after the +2?
That's what the +2.
Okay. So on a 7 and 9, they mark experience if they do what you ask. Okay. So, Bobby says to you, I suppose you're too deep into it now. All right, here's the thing. I know you have all those videos and all those, like, stories you collect. I
Don't help
know
me.
I know you've seen stuff about, like, these secret agents that they always dress in black. They kind of show up wherever they want to, and, like, they kind of disappear without explanation.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we're dealing with here. They created this chip from something they stole, and they're after, I don't even want to say it, but they're after the Rosenschatten organization. They now don't laugh. They're very dangerous.
Okay.
And that guy you're riding with, the guy in the suit, he is part of that organization. I know it. You gotta play this carefully because they will turn on you in a split second. You've got to be careful, kid.
Wait, the people I'm hanging out with?
I don't know how they're tied up with him, but he is one of the most dangerous people on the planet. Look, as far as the people calling the Men in Black,
There'll be a movie about Slim.
they deal in weird stuff. I have a contact, but if you call him, you can't say that you got it from me because they don't like their stuff being leaked.
Yeah, I mean that'd be real nice.
All right. He rattles off the phone number to you.
0118999.
And he says, "All right, I hear someone. I gotta go." And he hangs up.
Oh, I think I owe him another favor.
What did he say?
Well, I think I got a number of one of the agents. I don't think it's the one that I gave him.
Okay. Wait, so what did he say about these agents?
They just appear.
Okay. And these are the ones that are looking for Gray.
Yeah, I think I heard something about like a rose bottom.
But
Rosebud.
what did you say? Rose what?
Rosenschatten.
Rosenchatten?
I said rose. I don't know. I didn't hear. It's a lot of rose.
That's. I'm glad nobody knows who I'm related to.
You hear him talking about roses. Are you reacting at all?
I know the name of it too, don't I?
Yeah, you would definitely know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you say it, and then I say it correctly.
Isn't it Rose Shadow? Isn't that?
Oh, Rose Shadow?
Well, that's what it translates to.
Right. Yeah.
But the German, Rosenschatten.
Sure.
Rosenschatten, Rose Shadow. Oh boy. Well, if the guy that was trying to help us is tied up with them, then why was he trying to help us? Because that's...
Maybe he didn't know that Gray was in the vehicle. Maybe he was just...
It does not matter. He's got my daddy's sword. How did he get it?
Maybe he stole it. I mean, your dad worked with the Rose Shadow. Like,
He was the Rose Shadow.
so maybe he gave the other one to, like, his highest lieutenant or some bullshit.
He better fucking not have.
You don't know. I mean, your dad was an evil piece of shit.
One of those swords was Marcus's.
And Marcus is dead, so he's like, well, I'll give it to the next best thing, I guess. Are we at the bunker right now? I'm just curious. I'm just curious where we're at. Like, we're doing all this shit.
Yeah, I know.
We're just like Corvallis.
Yeah.
I
I didn't want to interrupt any
We stepped in
role-playing.
House Oasis.
Yeah, no.
don't know, Gray. What do you think?
Waldrog.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Isn't that it? Waldrog?
Gray,
I think so.
Yeah.
do you think it's even worth the risk to call these people to ask about this motorcycle guy? And he'll find us if he's looking for us. We're not hard to find.
Especially if we can teleport.
And I don't want to put you in danger.
By the way, Gray, you were handed a card from this agent.
The Noir.
The same guy. But that's the same number. What?
Yeah, so you already had the number.
Bitch!
But he didn't tell us, obviously.
Now you a favor for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Makes it more interesting.
I don't know,
to me.
Gray. These people don't have any good intentions with you.
no.
So I don't want
A lot
to
of
put
people
you.
don't.
Well, true, but I don't want to put you in danger because I want to find out why this guy has my dad's sword.
I understand why you would want to, and I don't see why not. There's any number of reasons why, but question is, how does that all relate to what's going on at the bunker? Because right now, it's
I don't
starting to
think
seem
that
like everything is all connected.
Isn't it always?
What if Adam is working with the Rose Shadow and they want to destroy the bunker so we don't have any place safe to go?
But why would the Rose Shadow care? They tried to help us. They had same agenda, different intentions as we did with the Kronos thing.
Hmm?
Kronos?
Yeah. Kronos, yeah.
So it seems more like these men in black are the ones. Like, what if he's part of their team? Because it seems like they're out to get the spooky ookies.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they're not on good terms with hunters.
Maybe.
Spooky Ookie's an official name.
Yes.
That's when...
Yes, write it down.
Yeah, we're the spooky.
We're the spooky ookie. Yeah. So I
Spray painted on the van.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have the crayons.
I got the crayons.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure idea.
Let's
Right.
try to get in the bunker. Let's
And-
go, and we'll make plans from
You
there.
feel the vehicle begin to slope downward as you begin your descent into the Keystone area. Please stow your trays.
Everybody put your seatbelt on. The bump was not nice last time.
You fly down and you see the trees begin to pull closer to you, and you see an old dirt road underneath and a giant monolith rock boulder up ahead as you gently come to the road where the wheels, which are going 80 miles an hour, catch the dirt road, and you start flying
Brakes!
down
Brakes!
the dirt road, and swerving and trying to maintain control. And Olivia, you pump the brakes really quickly as you come to a halt, nearly colliding with the monolith that is the entrance to the bunker.
Trying not to hit the monolith.
Yes. Yeah, you are there. Are you
I'll
going in? Or?
get out and try to get in.
Okay. Pull out the key and you... are you going to say something?
Maybe your daughter wasn't in the bunker. She doesn't spend a lot of time in there. You should try calling her.
How am I supposed to call her without a number to call her?
She has a cell phone, doesn't she?
I start flipping through. Well, she doesn't like you, so don't tell her. got this from me.
You're the only source I would have gotten it from.
It's fine. You stole it from me while I was sleeping.
Okay.
You try and call her.
Yeah.
Just to let her know that it's not safe to go back if we can't get in, maybe.
Should we really play it prefers text?
I don't think that texting existed in this.
No, of course it doesn't.
You
Almost.
you call and it rings a couple times and you hear, "Hello?
Oh, good. Hey, where are you?
Oh, fucking A."
Where are you? Not the right way to start a conversation with a daughter.
It is in this instance.
Don't yell at me.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you okay? Is the way to start it.
Yeah.
You can have all of the spooky ladies giving you.
Are you just
Yeah.
Are you saying anything else or just
I'm now ignoring that.
okay?
So why change?
Ray.
Apparently, the bunker's under attack, and I'm trying to make sure that you aren't there.
What? The bunker's under attack?
Evidently so.
Oh, hold on. I'm on my way.
No.
And she hangs up.
See, you handled that very wrong.
Why did you tell him to call and not just you call?
Because he needs to learn how to be a proper father.
Why?
I don't know.
She's almost fully grown.
I know, but she hates him, so at least that they build some kind of relationship. I don't fucking know.
This is not the time.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
You press into the monolith and it opens for you and you feel yourself pulled into the interdimensional space. Are the rest of you following?
Does it look normal?
From the outside, yes.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think? Should we go in? I don't have an exit strategy if we get stuck in here.
As soon as you
Do we
say
really
that,
have-
Jason immediately starts hyperventilating and pacing.
You alright, buddy?
I can't get stuck again.
Stuck where?
I can't do it.
It's a metaphysical stuck.
I can't get stuck. I can't do it again.
Okay. Explain again.
He's hyperventilating. He said, I just can't get stuck again. I can't get stuck somewhere I can't get out. I can't do it.
Are you trying to console him at all?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure you're not trying to manipulate someone?
Okay, listen. We'll get out. We always do. Just not might be through the front
Might be
entrance.
like this century.
Yeah, a century or two.
Might not be in this from this entrance. Might not be in this month, but we'll get out.
Yeah.
Think of it this way: if all goes well sideways, you'll have plenty of comic books to catch up on when we get out.
I mean, there's probably a lot of comic books in the bunker too.
Probably.
Vintage one.
I can't get stuck.
You won't. There's always a way out.
It's not stuck so much as
Thrusted into time.
delayed exit.
So, as you're trying to console him and get him through the door, Jason, your hands just lift on their own, and you reach out to touch hers. You grab hers, and in that moment, you don't feel alone anymore. You feel her presence again. It's comforting. It's warm. You feel it's almost like she gives a sigh of relief as she touches Danica's hands. Danica, you feel this cold sensation, like pins and needles in your hands, like they've gone numb. And you feel just tired and dizzy all of a sudden.
I shake his hands off of me. The hell?
You now have Native 1 ongoing. You feel whole again.
Excuse me, sir. Why did you just suck energy out of me?
It was a bad suck. Not a good suck.
I did not give consent. Bad.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did. Your hands were cold. There were pins and needles. I could feel energy pulling from me. This is not my first time to this rodeo. Why did you do that?
Didn't do anything.
We don't have time for this.
And you hear
Yeah.
whispered in your ear, yes, just as I thought they will do.
Well, let's go. And I lead the way.
Well, whatever you did, it seemed to work. Great.
Do not touch me again. I will stab you.
I'm already inside.
Are you all following then? Anyone who's remaining outside?
Sure.
Okay. You step through the portal, and the bright noon sun is contrasted by the almost absolute darkness of the bunker. The only light source is a flashing red light that is pulsing quietly in the middle of the library. You can hear pin drops. It's so quiet in here and still. And you trepidatiously move forward to investigate what has caused the bunker to go into lockdown. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again. We'll see you next time on our next great campaign. You have a good night. Bye.
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 We're in danger.
Thank you for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.